Hello everyone, it's Irma Elias, a squat mom. You guys haven't seen me in a very long time. Not that I haven't been busy on social media. I've been doing TikTok these days, having fun with that. I kind of like doing TikTok because it is brief and I can make good points in a very short amount of time. But what I love about YouTube is that I have the ability to express myself and vlog if I want to. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to vlog. I'm going to talk about things that aren't normally talked about when you think about going to the gym or being at the gym. You don't think about your self-esteem. You don't think about how much your self-esteem can affect your workouts and your performance, and especially whether you see results when you go to the gym. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. I'm going to tell you guys that I'm the youngest of 5. I was the baby. And so being the baby is really kind of a confusing place to be in the family line. Sometimes I didn't really know who I was or how I was different than my brothers and sisters or what really identified Irma. So the reason why I'm talking about my family life is that I think where you end up in the lineage of your family or the line has a lot to do with, how strong you can become and how confident you are, Being the baby, I wasn't expected to have an opinion or influence the family's decisions. But it wound up as I grew and I learned about what I was or who I was or what I liked and what made Irma Irma. I became more and more confident, and eventually I think in many ways I did influence the family's decisions. I had 2 older sisters, a brother in the middle, and then I had a sister about 4 years older than me. So in many ways, the fact that she was 4 years older than me and I wasn't included in a lot of play with her, I kind of felt like an only child. And my brothers and sisters were much older than me. My oldest sister, 10 years my senior, they kind of left when I turned about 7. Everybody was kind of gone. So it was kind of like I was an only child, as I mentioned. And what ended up happening is I had to learn to be happy alone and do things alone, discover who I was and what made me me. I discovered that when I hung out with friends, I didn't like being artificial or fake. And I think you guys know me to be authentic, and you know me to say it like it is. Well, I learned to be that way and trust myself. Not always. I mean, as a child, like I said, I didn't really know if speaking out my opinion or being confident was the right thing to do or the feminine thing to do or any of that. But I eventually learned that speaking my opinion or being confident or being different than everyone else, and I was very different than everyone else. And when I went through puberty, I was very different than everyone else. As you could see, I'm pretty busty. I developed way young, 11, and felt very different than the crowd. But all of these things, they define you. The things that make you different, the reason people pay attention to you, whatever that may be. It could be your smarts, it could be your good looks, it could be your strength, whatever it is, makes you different. And that's what you identify with, is that person that is different. The reason why I'm talking about these things is I want to talk about, in this vlog, I want to talk about anxiety and anxiety at the gym and how to cope with this. So when, you're growing up and you're discovering who you are, you're discovering what your parameters are, what boundaries you can push, how creative you are, how productive you are, all of these things that help define who you are. Sometimes some of us experience a great anxiety, in social settings, growing up with friends. We feel anxious. We are afraid to be different. We are afraid to stand up for what's right. Sometimes we feel anxiety that people will ridicule you, or your friends will shame you for your beliefs. Say you want to be vegetarian, or say, you believe in equality for all sex of life, or races, or women. You want equality, or just, you're an environmentalist and you think that people should treat the planet in a better fashion than they are presently today, or whatever it is, whatever you believe in, it defines you, and it sometimes puts pressure on you to conform with the world. But what I want to say is that you don't have to conform with the world or what the world thinks. That it's okay to be entirely different. And in many ways, it's what makes you special. You should not hate on yourself. You should not ever feel guilty for being different, or feeling anxiety is a very normal thing growing up. And this is a segue into anxiety at the gym. That's my main topic. I want to talk about anxiety at the gym. A lot of us feel, very threatened to go to the gym, even if you've been going for a year or two or several years. You feel threatened that people are going to think, wow, she really doesn't have good form, or, she doesn't really know what she's doing here at the gym, or like say that you do something kind of funny. Like the other day I was deadlifting and I kind of wobbled a little bit just to get my feet planted, and I could see people whispering about that, getting settled, that I did as being bad form. And fortunate for me, I've learned to not care what people think. It comes with maturity, it comes with age, and it comes with not caring about what people say, the criticisms that what they're trying to do is compartmentalize you, or truthfully, some people, fake friends, are trying to squash your dreams, or squash your hopes, or squash your successes, your talents, your special talents. They want to minimize you and tell you you're not so great and you're not so special, and really there's just nothing about you that speaks loud or clear, or that things that you're doing have no movement. They don't matter. You don't matter. And when people do this to you, you feel anxiety, and that's perfectly normal. It's normal sometimes to go into the gym and have anxiety and not be clear if your form is good, or if you're lifting enough weight, or whatever. And I've talked about this in another video. We all start off as newbies. We're all new at some point to the gym. Not everybody starts off experienced. Not everybody's had perfect training. And some people have had, zero training. And they've learned from either reading magazines, books, or watching videos, YouTube videos on how to do this particular exercise. But still, even if you're watching videos, you might not be clear on what to do, or how to have that perfect form, or what makes, the perfect squat, what makes the perfect deadlift. Am I doing the push press, absolutely correctly, or the strict press, or the bent over row? Am I doing these things the way they should be done? Or maybe, I'm so afraid of criticism or critique. I'll just go work on those machines because, that's easy. I understand that. We all go through this growing phase in the gym. We all are afraid when we first begin. We all may do something too much, like maybe, like I mentioned before, squat mom. I did too many squats. I did hundreds of squats. And you sometimes overdo things because you see such great gains from it. But in reality, you could be hurting yourself. Your joints could be getting weaker and weaker because you're overusing them. So anyway, as far as anxiety at the gym, the best thing to do is to either get a personal trainer or, read as much as you can and watch as many videos as you can, because not everyone is teaching the right thing, especially, on this venue in YouTube. I see so many people teaching people incorrectly. And that's the thing, is that, you might have learned it wrong, and you might be doing it wrong for a long, long time. But at some point, after you get enough information, you've read enough articles on how to do the perfect squat, you've watched enough videos, you've heard enough opinions, it just clicks. In fact, today, my daughter has been squatting with me and doing exercises with me for I don't know how many years, maybe 4 years now. And today she says, Mom, I'm just not confident. I don't feel like I can do the perfect squat. And I rang out a few of the rules, that are true to me and second nature to me. And when I did, she says, what is the knees tracking over the toes? What does that mean exactly? And I explained what it means. And I showed her proper form, and I had her take all the weights off and just squat. Just do it with, air squats with no weights. We practiced and practiced. And I said, so what people don't understand is that everyone will squat differently. There's no two people that are going to squat exactly the same, because your body and my body are designed very differently. Some of us have long torsos, some of us have short torsos, some of us have long legs, some of us have short legs, and everyone will squat differently. But there's basic rules, basic concepts that you need to follow, and not strict rules. These are just basic, common sense things that you should know and follow. And when you get it, you get it. And it just clicked for her today. And she just said, oh my God, Mom, this is, I get it. I get it now. And she just started putting the weights on her barbell and squatting heavier and heavier. She got it. And that's the thing. You can't get it right, through the gate. Going to the gym and working out is a long haul. Never think of it as, okay, so I'm so cool because I've been working out for 3 years, and look at my big ass. Women, I see these videos like, look how my butt has transformed. Well, that doesn't mean that they're doing the exercises correctly or that, they're perfect. It takes time. It takes years to really understand these exercises or try new exercise. Everything takes time, and it takes practice, and it takes patience, and it takes confidence. And that's the thing that a lot of us lack. A lot of us lack the confidence to get out there in the gym, get that barbell on our back, and start doing whatever it is you want to do. You need the confidence, and you get that from within. And it's not something that's natural to you. Maybe you don't feel natural in the gym, having those dumbbells and doing these weights. Maybe it doesn't feel natural at first. But the point is to get in that gym and do it. You want to see results. You want your body to transform. You want to tell your story someday of, I used to look like this, but now I look like that. You need to try. Go in there. Do your very best every day with a plan. As I mentioned before, you need to have a plan. Today is leg day. And you write out what you plan to do. And then you write out what you did. And if you're not confident in a particular exercise, whatever that is, you look it up right there in the gym. Just the great thing is we have iPhones nowadays. Look it up, perfect it, get it right. So it takes you a little longer at the gym today. It took you an extra 45 minutes to complete your workout, but you practiced it correctly. You get reward from that. Your body feels sore, and you know that these exercises are working, and your anxiety reduces each and every time you step into that gym or in that box if you're doing cleans or when you're doing your pull-ups. Every time you do it, you get better, you get stronger, and you get more confident. I get almost teary when I think about how much exercise or weightlifting has transformed my life. It's made me confident. It's made me happy. Those endorphins, they flow after a workout. And I don't know, I feel almost invincible sometimes. I know that I'm doing myself a good by going into that gym for that hour and a half. I'm doing myself a good, and no one can take that away from you. Schedule the time. Go in there, no matter how fearful you might be. Do it, even if you do it wrong. Do it. And I say that hesitantly because there's going to be people saying you should never do it wrong. The truth is there's a lot of research that shows that the people that have bad form and do it wrong never get hurt or injured doing it incorrectly. There's really no deficit to doing it wrong, but there may not be the benefit that you would have if you do it correctly. There's studies that show if you squat so low, you get, this amount of benefit. And if you squat even lower, you get this amount of benefit. So you can't say, wow, I really had a bad day because I performed so poorly at the gym. Or I'm so anxious to go into the gym because I know I'm going to screw it up. All of these negative self-talk, a type of dialogue, they're just not beneficial to you. You need to think positive, and you need to build yourself up before you go, when you're there, and when you come home. You need to reward yourself and say, I did good today. I nailed it in the gym. I did good. No matter, even if you didn't nail it, tell yourself that. All of these things will reduce your gym anxiety, and you'll feel better about yourself, and you'll get stronger and more beautiful or more handsome as you go. This is something that's been weighted on my heart, and I've been wanting to talk about. I see so many young people go in the gym and they're so self-conscious, and they'll run in, they'll do a few exercises and they leave because they feel nervous that maybe they're screwing up, maybe they're not doing it right. I just wish that there was just a big sign in the gym that just said, you can do no wrong here. It's all good. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, was anxiety at the gym, how to reduce your anxiety and just really enjoy this experience, this journey, and pat yourself on the back and just say, I went to the gym, got dressed, got up in the morning, I went there and I worked out, and now I can enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of my life. because this is not something that you do on the short term. This is something you do for your entire life. Think about that. Think about how happy and strong and healthy you're going to be when you're 75. Anyway, guys, I'm so happy that I could just freely talk to you. I've done, I haven't vlogged a lot, but this has been something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Going to the gym and seeing you guys go in and everyone doing their best effort and getting results and getting pumped up and wanting to come back, that's the goal. Okay, guys? You have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching, and hopefully you all subscribe and smash that like button. My hope for you all is good health and happiness. Thanks for watching.